Hello, I'm Andrew Portelis, and this is Project 4, Strategic Decision Making in microRTS Games, for class CS-611 for Professor Essen. In this project, we're using the open source microRTS game, which allows us to build different AIs to play. For this project, we needed to implement a rules-based engine that would read a set of rules from a text file. This text file is provided as part of the project. The rules provided include a series of actions, some to train workers, some to build base or build other items, and some to harvest minerals, and one to attack the enemy. As part of these rule definitions, there are criteria that need to be met. So these predicates or these matches, one for example is whether we own a unit or if we have enough resources, and then an option to negate a condition. At the bottom here is the series of rules that will be loaded into the system. As part of this project, I created a series of packages that can be seen on the left with classes inside of them. The rule loader here parses and loads this rules simple txt file into memory and creates the data nodes and the matches that are required for the rules. The rules system is the logic that iterates over the rules and then checks each rule to see which one applies based on the conditions. And the rule-based AI is the AI agent that plugs all of this together. This agent looks at the game state and creates the data nodes that will be used so that the rules can check different conditions to determine which rule there is to apply. It ensures that the rules are ordered in a least recently used fashion so that the same rules aren't applied over and over again. It is the one that triggers the loading process through the rule loader class itself, and then triggers the rule system to decide which action to take for the player itself. If we play the game, we can see that the worker immediately starts building a barracks. This is one of the rules that's built into the simple rules, which we can see here. It's not training a worker because we already have a worker, and one of the conditions here is to not build a worker if we already have one. And then once it builds the barracks, it then begins to harvest resources. And then once we have enough resources for the light unit, it begins building a light unit. Once the light unit is created, it immediately triggers the attack rule for that light unit, and it begins to go after the enemy. And we can see that the worker continues to harvest, and the barracks continues to make light workers as resources become available.